All right, and we are here with round 5 of the Illustrious Cards and Games Thursday night One Piece Locals. This is the final round. Grant Brown and MC both winning on stream so far this Thursday evening. Grant winning round 4, MC winning round 3. Zoro versus Lucci. I think this is a pretty volatile matchup. I know a lot of people think it's Lucci favored, and I would agree. I would agree if Lucci actually sees all of his cards. If the Lucci player is able to do that, because sometimes Zoro, as we saw in MC's victory over Doflamingo in round 3, can just steamroll you with a lot of 5K swings that Lucci is known to brick. Right, Lucci is known to just have a bunch of cards that in hand that have no counter. So MC can really take advantage of that if that happens, where he's able to just have a bunch of animals swing for 5K. It's very tough for Lucci to handle that. But so far, it's working out pretty well. 2 swings this turn, 1 6K from Lucci, and then 1 5 from the Spandam. MC took 1 of those. Now he's on his 5 Don turn. Attaches 1 Don to the Zoro leader to give an additional 1,000 power to the Chopper character on the field right now. He still has 4 Don available, so is that potentially a Zoro play? Is that potentially, something else? And now he has 3, so it also makes you think it could be a Zoro. So that's going to be 7K from Chopper. Playing the animal Chopper that lets you play a 3K or less animal from your hand. And that swing was at life. So Lucci taking his first life this game, going to 4 life apiece. Now if these characters are tapped sideways, things going to be important for Grant to try to get rid of them, especially because Hiking Bear is just going to make him even stronger next turn. And then there is the Nami Searcher at the end of the turn for him to find a Straw Hat character. Shows off the Chopper as well. So MC's going to play another Chopper to chain next turn. So Grant's going to be on 6 Don on this turn. You do have access to a Trash Brook potentially in the deck that would just KO Chopper immediately, although it would cost you your entire Don. And there it is. There is the Brook to trash Chopper, as well as swing 5 into Animal Chopper, who MC will just give a 2K to keep that character alive, which is really crucial because now Hiking Bear, with the combination of Hiking Bear and the Zoro leader, the Animal Chopper is going to be able to keep or gain 2,000 additional power on top of any other Don that MC wants to put in that spot as well. So MC going to start his turn here now on 7 Don, and usually you pretty much only have 6 Don to work with, right? Because you want to put 1 Don on Zoro to buff everybody. In this case, you only have 5 because you put 1 on Hiking Bear to activate the Animal Chopper on that end. The question is which Chopper you'd want to put the Don on from, or the additional 1,000 power from Hiking Bear, since they both have the action to attack this turn. And it looks like MC is counting out carefully on his 6 available Don. Remember, 1 is attached to the Zoro right now. Just going to swing 5 at life. Grant will counter out with a 2K, which is a big deal. If you don't have a 1K to counter out of a 5K swing, I think MC sees blood in the water, right? Nami swinging 5 at life. No trigger for Grant. Gonna be another 5 at life. No triggers. And finally, the Animal Chopper. So I do think MC might have misplayed a little bit there. He could have activated the Hiking Bear first and then made Chopper 6K, but it looks like he didn't do that. So instead Grant only had to counter 1K out of that Animal Chopper's swing. So, but it looks like it didn't hurt him too badly since he gets to play another Chopper on his side here. He's just able to chain those. One of the things that Zoro can do so well is just getting so many little bodies on the field every turn. That it doesn't matter what Lucci tries to kill every time because he's just gonna get more and more. He's gonna chain more and more bodies if you don't take care of the searcher chopper, and that's gonna be Brook into the little chopper. So not gonna be able to attack with that one. Now with all of his Dons still available to him, he does have a bunch of 2Ks as well as 2 Rebeccas. So I do think there's a world you could just play. You could play 2 Rebeccas if he's on 8, since he's on 8 Don. Trashes a Gecko Moria, which does hurt. Now he's trying to decide. Grant doesn't have a lot of cards in the trash. He might be a 10, but like it's not like later on when you have like 20 plus cards, you can put everything back that you want. That I feel like there's a world that if he has 8 Don and 2 Rebeccas in hand, might be better to play those Rebeccas, but no, instead we'll commit to the Gecko Moria because there's a Rebecca in the trash. So decides to play Spandam and Rebecca. Activate Spandam first. He's going to trash 3 cards. Take a CP card. Take the Khalifa. I think technically Who's Who is better as a 2K. Yeah, so he decides yes. In retrospect, take the 2K that has the potential to kill something on the other side. So with Rebecca set up on Grant's end, will gain a couple of power on his side for counter power in his hand. And now it's up to MC on this 9 Don turn. So much Don available. I mean, you can make both of those choppers very, very hefty swings. You could also play rush characters like Zoro or Robeson, but it will be an 8 cost. That shows it's Rayleigh. Rayleigh's going to come down, give 2 things minus cost, and then KO low cost. Obviously, Rebecca has 0. Now you can swing freely into the 6K Brook because I think it was lowered by 3,000 power, and that was or maybe lower 2,000 power. Excuse me. Swinging 4K into Brook and decides to give the Helmeppo to keep it around. Now it's a debate on what else to do. Zoro's the only thing left to attack with. Gives a 2K from that 6K chopper swing. And now, is Zoro going to attack this turn, or does he not want to give anything? I mean, and look how low Grant's life is already. I mean, it's this MC is in such a huge spot, as well as an 8K body being played, or an 8 cost played last turn is just, it's just massive. The advantage MC has. He's already on. Grant just hit 10 Don, and he is already at 0 life. So unless he has a Rebecca and a Sabo in his hand right now, we're looking at the trash. We know that there's 2 Rebeccas in there. Unless he can gain 2 blockers on this turn, where you just swing Gecko and swing Brook into the 2 choppers, and then play a Rebecca Sabo, something like that. It's the only way I could see him surviving through the turn. But being already at 0 health on your 10 Don turn is definitely not a position that Lucci players want to find themselves in. He Tempest kicked, bringing Rayleigh down to a 5 cost. And yeah, I think if he had Rebecca and Sabo in hand, he would have just done it already. Would have Rebecca for a 2K and then played Sabo. It looks like in his hand he does have a Sabo. So that could be an interesting play here. We'll swing 6. So he wants to swing 6, but remember Rayleigh lowered his attack last turn to 4,000 power. So instead, Brook will swing into the Animal Chopper for 4K, and MC all he has to do is take a 1K counter out of it. Then Gecko goes into the Searcher Chopper, and Grant still has 9 Don. I think he got to play the Sabo and hope to hit a Rebecca. I think that's the only way you can try to survive the turn. Is swing 5 with Lucci into the Animal Chopper, and then Sabo, hope on those 2 cards you hit a Rebecca, and play a Rebecca. Because you're already down to 9 Don because of the use of the Tempest kick. So he's in a tough spot. If he passes back this turn without multiple blockers, Grant is just going to lose the game right away to MC, who's been playing so aggressively, so perfectly here so far these early turns of the game. So Tempest kick from before lowered the Rayleigh's cost. And now he's debating what to do with Rob Lucci. I think you just swing Rob Lucci into the Animal Chopper. Yep. And then that's where my 4 minus cost was. He kind of preemptively did it, but we understood what was going on there with Lucci leader effect and Tempest kick. Rayleigh's down 4 cost to a 4 cost. And he still has 9 Don. Is he just going to play the 5 for Sabo? Because if you play Gecko Moria this turn and only get 1 Rebecca back, then he just swings with Rayleigh. You have to block Rebecca, and then attaches 15 to Zoro and wins the game. So that will be the Sabo, 5 Don used. And he did not hit a Rebecca. That would have been super clutch for Grant to hit a Rebecca there. This time around, just dump 2 non-countered cards in your hand. Maybe the 2 Luccis. Yep, 2 Luccis. It does let MC know that he probably doesn't have a lot of counter in his hand. And then Kuzan with his last 4 Don, drawing a card, hoping that it was a 2K, but instead I believe it was a Rob Lucci. So kind of tough sledding for Grant in this finals match. Is already down to 0 life, trashing his Rebeccas, not being able to play Lucci pretty much at all the entire time. So much aggression. And there is the Dragon. Dragon attaches 2 to Zoro, has Rush. Zoro's going to make everyone 1K stronger. And I think that's pretty much all she wrote here. Grant has a lot of cards in hand, but as we saw with how many 5K swings Grant took from the previous turn, he does not have a lot of counter. So Zoro's going to swing in to get the Sabo, and then Rayleigh gets there. And even if Rayleigh didn't get there, Monkey D Dragon would have gotten it. So Grant's kind of showing him all the counterless cards he had in his hand. Yeah, he had 5. I remember talking to him after this finals match. He had 5 cards in hand and took 3 5K swings because he had absolutely no counter. But hey, credit to MC playing aggressive, recognizing that pattern that Grant might not have a lot of counter in his hand and going for the life there instead of the board. Great job by MC. Congratulations, going 5-0 at the Illustrious Cards and Games Thursday night One Piece locals. I also played MC in an earlier round, and he just rushed past me too. It was a turn I played 2 blockers, and he killed both of them, and I lost. And he was like, "Hey, if you played a 3rd blocker, you would have won." But he was just too aggressive for me, too aggressive for Grant, too aggressive for the rest of the field here tonight, this Thursday. So thank you all for watching The streams are 6:30 p.m. every Thursday on Illustrious's channel on Twitch. But for now, yeah, congratulations to MC. Thank you all. If you liked it, if you enjoyed the VODs and the commentary from these 5 rounds this Thursday for One Piece, make sure you subscribe for next week's action. And shout outs to MC, and we'll see you next time.